Good afternoon, my name is Chantal Watson, and I'm from the Ministry of Health, and I'm doing a survey at this community center on the COVID-19 pandemic.
Nice to have you today. Karen, right? The nurse for this center.
Nice to meet you.
I'm truly grateful to have you today.
It is a pleasure.
Okay, you may be seated over here. You may have a seat.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We're so grateful for your presence here today.
I'm really delighted to be here. So, Ms. Karian, what
Yes,
is
ma'am.
the rate of the pandemic here at this health center in this
Okay, this
community?
health center has been having prevailing attacks. Can you close that thing off? We have been having prevailing visitations from the members of the community. Here we have some community members here. They're here to check up themselves with the COVID test because they're having children and teenagers and adults coming down with this fevery feeling. Some of them are roasting with fever. For example, last week we had the old lady called Miss Nicey. Yes, she was roasting, the whole community was talking about it. Her fever was so high, we had to send her off to junction to get immediate medical attention. And you know that she died?
That's so sad to hear.
Yes, they said she died from the COVID. It was COVID that she had. And she died. She was buried. Now there are some members, we had about 30 members from last week to this week. 30 members coming to the committee. 5 was severe, including Miss Icey. The other 4 is under 2 is under recuperation and 2 is still under isolation. Now
So, Ms. Karian, what age group are more dominant with the virus?
between the age group of 30 to 65.
Okay. Are there more males than females, or they are?
They're still on the same line. The same line.
Action.
Right, you know, it was reported that this sickness is on the respiratory system. You understand me? So you know, this here is a cold year. So you know, most of our patients have underlying sickness of like asthma. So most of them are affected quite negatively. You understand that already asthma is coming out with this fever. So it's quite prevailing in that aspect of it.
So what are some of the things that are administered, some of the medications that are administered to some of these patients that have COVID?
Alright, you know that this is a country here, and you know that I can see some of the members sitting there. Some of them, Miss Nancy granddaughter, what they told me last week. They told me last week that they never take no vaccine. No, when the vaccine was mentioned, they came and said, nurse, I think we should have taken it. Me not take it, man. My grandmother buys some Guinea and we give me. So most of them go to
So they are resorting to natural remedies.
natural remedies. They get the Guinea weed and their Cersei and they're gonna make juices. They say the juices they booster.
So for those who actually don't do the home remedy, what do they take? Like a Panadol or what?
Okay, they get the Panadol for the pain.
Okay.
They will come and report, but they still come for the checkups.
Okay.
Understand me? And each home, you know, like they come back for the checkup. The younger babies will come in for the checkup and so on. But the older ones, they will come like once per month or twice per month. But they still come along here for the checkup. Now that the disease is prevailing.
Okay, so are there any deaths? If there are any, what the death rate is that?
Okay, as I was saying, Miss Nancy died and was very last week. And we have 2 recuperating. But we haven't had any other.
So it was just the one?
Just the one.
Okay.
That's the one.
Well, that's good news.
It's very good, though. We don't want any more deaths up here. And the committee is doing great, you know. But it's all
So
to
they
check.
practice their regular hand sanitizing?
Yes, man. Almost everybody walk with a sanitizer. You understand me? They don't go anywhere with a sanitizer, man. They come here, even the children come and say, may I sit here in my school bag? They both sitting with the sanitizer. So they carry the sanitizer, they use it, they spray them, and they give them some distances when they're sitting down. Understand? They wear their mask.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me. It was a pleasure being here. It's scary.
It was an honor having you here with us. So truly, I want to come other than when the COVID coming. You can come by again.
Definitely, I certainly will.
Yes. Can you give her a lovely send-off welcome? Looking forward to see you next month now.
Definitely.
Thank you for your visit.
Hi, my name is Chantal Watson, and this is another panel discussion. The panel members are Miss Karian Wright, who is a basic school teacher at Malvern Basic School, and we have over there Miss Janelle Watson, who is a market vendor, and we also have Miss Roden, who is a stay-home mom, and she has 2 children. Today in our discussion, we'll be discussing the COVID-19 pandemic, some of the causes, effects, home remedies, vaccine hesitancy, public awareness as it relates to the signs and symptoms of COVID-19 pandemic. Good morning. the COVID-19 pandemic. We're going to look at some of the causes, effects, comorbidities, vaccine hesitancy, public awareness as it relates to the signs and symptoms of COVID-19 virus. So, tell me, Ms. Kerry, the causes of, what are the causes of COVID-19? What are your intake on the causes?
Well, we know that COVID-19 is disease that affects not only people that are sick already, but active members of our community. And that's one of the reasons that we're gathered here this evening to have our discussion. The cause of it actually is people not knowing about not aware of this, and this virus is new and, maybe just one on purpose over the place. They're not aware of it, the contagion of it, and how it affects their day-to-day living. So, lack of knowledge.
I will agree with you, Ms. Kerry, I will agree with you, and they have failed to follow the protocol of this virus. It is a pandemic, and we're supposed to follow protocols. And many people are not practicing social distancing, they are not doing the basic hand washing procedures. So that is where this type of the pandemic is spiking up from.
Actually the cause of it. You see, when you're aware of something and know about it, you'll tend to take precautions. So it will affect you in the adverse way. But being a teacher, myself, and being one of the small ones and seeing the parents, most are giving the expression that they don't understand this thing and they don't visit about it either.
And that is where it leads to the effect of this pandemic because of poor following of the pandemic. We are not following up as we should. So now it has a negative impact on us.
Or it's people not willing to be educated.
Right. So now we have to be isolated from friends and families. We have to bear in mind that there are a lot of loss of jobs. People lost their jobs because of this pandemic. And schools have been closed, churches have been closed, and we also have lots of lives being lost. We have to look at that, and it interrupts our normal functioning of our everyday lives. Business places have been closed because they cannot find the money to cover the overheads, the bills. So it has a negative impact on us. And that is due to because Miss Kerry and Miss Watson over there, the people are hesitant to the vaccine, and this is why we are having a wider spread of the vaccine.
We are hesitant to the vaccine because our religion, we're strong religion believer. We believe this vaccine contains so microchip.
Yes.
The mark of the beast. So I don't have much knowledge that they say we're not exposed enough.
Yes.
To really gravitate and say, look into it and say, help us, right?
Yes.
Because how I look at it personally, even though I'm a religious person and I love God and stand by Him and so on, but how I look at it, it's like having an asthma pump and having an asthma. Using the pump, you're trying to survive, but without the pump, you can die. You can die, but with the vaccine now, we shan't tell.
Yes.
You have a chance. Like,
Miss Kerry, right? Do you know why there is so much hesitancy towards taking the vaccine?
One of the main reasons is that there is no knowledge that is viable. So I wouldn't want something that is not accepted in a way that it can be put to the test. Right now it's actually not proven. And I wouldn't want my children to take something that I know when I am going to my grave, they need medical and physical help. I don't want to be in that state.
But Ms. Kerry, there are a lot of vaccines that have been taken that were not proven to be proven to be safe, and we take them from our childhood stage, and we are perfectly fine.
Well, they are not proven to be safe. They have been proven because we had not any side effects from it to cause us any detriment of needing any help.
No, I would disagree on that. There are probably some kind of side effects, but there are not.
But it doesn't make the person invalid and in need of another medical help. You understand this? Now this vaccine has caused more problem than purpose. Maybe it's purpose to cause problem.
that's true, because I have underlying sicknesses. And I heard of other person underlying sicknesses and they passing, like dead guys. So I don't know, I'm totally new here. This vaccine is more like a killer than helper, and I would like my knowledge before I even think about it.
Well, I respect your views, I respect your views. Ms.
But,
Gordon,
Miss Watson, let me ask you a question. What is a vaccine?
Ms. Carey, it is to build your immunity against a virus. It has to build your immunity against viruses. So the vaccine is a shield from the virus to protect our system, to fight against
So what is
the
it?
virus.
What is it? Is she but this one without bullets?
Well, Ms. Carey, it's not really a bullet, but it do help in cases. I've seen where people have mild symptoms when they take the vaccine.
I didn't know what to name it because I know. It's a bullet in the same as she.
So what are your take on that, Ms. Gordon? Do you believe in the vaccine hesitancy, or would you go ahead and take the vaccine?
Thank you. As I was actually taking the vaccine, my husband is refusing the vaccine because we're likely with affected my people, and I will be taking it because I will watch and see what is going on first. It's not like I am refusing, but hold on a bit and see what will happen.
Thank you, Ms. Gordon. Because of the lack of public awareness of the signs and symptoms, a lot of people has called the vaccine, the virus awareness. There are a lot of people who have caught the virus and they don't even know. Some of them caught the virus and it is only when they have gotten critically ill. They will go to the hospital and then the doctor will diagnose it and tell them that, hey, this is COVID-19 that you have caught. So a lot of people go around and they are having dry coughs, they don't know that that is a sign of it. And some of them will have high fever, they think that, oh, fever come and go, and they don't really look into it because they are not aware of the signs and symptoms of it. So we are going to go furthermore, where we are going to do a roving microphone interview. We are going to take some highlights from the community members of the COVID-19 pandemic.
BCC, television network. For you in the community, have you heard about the pandemic is all about now?
Yeah, I heard about it.
Okay, the notorious COVID.
Yeah.
What do you think about it?
I think it's a very treacherous state in our community. Not only the community, but globally in the world. In the last few months, my grandfather, he has left a very scar. I think the COVID is a very negative impact on our country.
I'm so sorry to hear about it, grandfather. Very sorry to hear about that. What do you think that could have been done to assist your grandfather in this situation?
I don't really think much to be done because the COVID is already so rapidly. In Nigeria, there is some person who have to be lines, analysis, and suppose that that's it. So sometimes you can see this is broken. So what has to be done is
What's your intake on, you know, about epidemic about the place?
yeah, COVID.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's your intake on that epidemic?
COVID-19, yeah, it has left a very negative impact on our country. Not only on the country, but the world globally. And in the last week, it took like my grandfather, which left a very hard scar, both mentally and physically.
Sorry to hear about your grandfather. But I pray that you take good care of yourself.
Yeah.
And adhere to the protocol. I'm parents of BCC Young Teen Television Network. We're in the community, we're doing some interview pertaining to the notorious epidemic, you know?
COVID-19.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
What's your intake on it?
Well, it has changed our lives in such a negative way. Many people lost their jobs. Many lives have been lost because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Schools are closed, churches are closed. It has just been such a traumatizing time. It has been such a negative impact on the society, and we just can't wait for it to just go away.
So what are you doing to take care of yourself given the disease on this?
Well, as it relates to the pandemic, I'm just continuing to practice social distancing, doing the regular protocol, mask wearing, washings of hands, and so on and so forth.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time, ma'am.
Thank you.
We'll see you later on.
It's recording.
Good evening, it's Karen Wright again from BZZ TV. After going through that wonderful interview session, I myself think about COVID. But to boost my system, what do you think I do? I grate, and I choose. What I do? Grate, and choose. I don't need any COVID vaccine. I grate ginger and all everything that is beneficial to my system, and I choose it and drink it. So I pray that you will understand how to take care of your life. Now this is the end of my interview, and I hope that you enjoyed what each person of the committee stated, what they're thinking of it, and how they do take care of themselves. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you. Members, number 2, sanitize, cover your mouth when you're coughing, boost your immune system, blend up those from the citrus group like oranges and limes and lemons, and also from the dark leafy green vegetables like callaloo, spinach. Blend them and juice them to boost your immune system. And also remember to pray. Trust God for your truly deliverance.
19 COVID-19, Mr. COVID-19 is caused by a virus which is a severe acute respiratory virus. Me say affect our respiratory system. In my nostril, me can't smell nothing. My throat sore, me can't taste nothing. My lungs them, oh God, me can't hardly breathe. COVID-19, COVID-19, me say COVID-19. Me say it leave me depressed, frustrated, confused and suppressed, man. COVID-19 come up here so and my food short, my money short because it's lockdown every minute. This stop is spreading a COVID-19 known as coronavirus. I'm telling you, all we can do, wear a mask, social distance yourself, and wash my hand correctly. And sanitize if necessary, but mostly wash your hand. I say COVID-19, COVID-19. Come to kill and destroy all away. I say if it affect your little, stay away from your family, your brother, your sister, your auntie, your uncle. Isolate yourself from people. Stay away from people. If it affect you see, medical help or just simply take the vaccine to stop this deadly virus. COVID-19, COVID-19, COVID-19. Oh my God, COVID-19.